Hi, my name is Adriana and today I will be explaining the 2023 Vlog Squad Challenge. So, Vlog Squad. It is a Discord server that I've been a part of for I think like a year and a half, and it includes most of my booktube friends. So it's just kind of a good time for us to like hang out, chit chat, do whatever. Every year a certain portion of people who want to from that server challenge themselves to read one 5-star book from all the other participants. Basically the way it works is that all the people who want to participate put all their 5-star reads from that year in a big spreadsheet, and then you just pick one of those books from each person. So this year there are 10 participants, meaning for 2023 I will be reading 9 books from each person participating. It should generally be a good time. The kind of idea is that you vlog yourself reading these picks, so you'll have that to look forward to next year, but right now, I just want to kind of get a little bit of an explanation out of the way, so when I do those vlogs, I can reference back to this video, and then I just wanted to go over my potential choices for each person. So starting with Ashley from @AshleysReads. Out of her list, there was only one I was really interested in reading, and that is A Magic Steeped in Poison. The next person on the list is Stasia from @readerssea. She is a really big romance reader, so I picked out a couple of her favorite romances from 2022, one of which being 5 Rounds by Nikki Castle, Rule Breaker by Stacey Lynn, or Always Mine by Laura Pavlov. Don't know which one I'm gonna pick yet, but we'll have to see when I get there which one sounds the most interesting. The next person I will talk about is Martine from justmartine. Their list included a lot of really great books that I was very interested in, but unfortunately I was so interested in said books I had already read most of them. So I think I have 2 kind of options from their list that are potentials for me, one of which is To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers, and the other one is The Charm Offensive by Alice Cochran. Spoiler alert, The Charm Offensive shows up several times in other people's lists as well, so I will probably be reading The Charm Offensive to cover one of these people. The next person is Bailey at isbaileyreading. She is a historical romance queen, so I picked out 2 of the historical romances she had listed that I thought might interest me in the future. One of which is The Wallflower Wager by Tessa Dare and Her Night with the Duke by Diana Quincy. The next person is Kayla from KaylaRaeReads. She was another one with a lot on her list that I was interested in, but I hyper-focused in on one specific book because it's a book I've been wanting to read for so long, and this is going to be the kick in the pants I need to actually get to it, and that is Recursion by Blake Crouch. I've loved all of Blake Crouch I've read so far. Dark Matter, Upgrade, Pines, great, love them, excited to get to this one. The next person is Nessa from It's Nessa. She had, again, a lot that I was interested in, so I have a couple of options to choose from here, one of which is Ties That Tether by Jane Igaro, Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall, The Charm Offensive once again, Hook, Line, and Sinker, which I am planning on reading. It happened one summer this month, so Hook, Line, and Sinker might be a good one to read next year. And then The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. The next person is Lizzie from @lizziesliterarylife, and she had 2 I was interested in. One is Delilah Green Doesn't Care, and the other one is The Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead. Between the 2 of these, Delilah Green Doesn't Care is the much easier option. The Great Circle seems like a chunky historical fiction, kind of akin to a Cloud Cuckoo Land. And the same thing with Cloud Cuckoo Land, I read the synopsis for Great Circle and saw Missoula, Montana, and I was like, I love Missoula. Let me read this book. But we'll see between these 2 options what I end up actually going with. The next person is Natalie from Nat Cat's Bookish Cafe. And again, I zeroed in on one specific book for her because I own that book, and that is Winter's Orbit. I guess I could have grabbed it, but it's in the other room on my TBR shelf. But I physically own this book, so I should probably read it. And then finally is Allie at KistiReads. I have 2 options from her list that I am pretty interested in. One is The Ninth Reign, and I didn't write down the author, so I don't remember who the author is, but here's the cover. And then the other was Lore Olympus. So technically I have already read the Lore Olympus comics, most of them. I'm not all the way caught up. I kind of tend to like binge and then like fall off and then binge again and fall off. But I do own the first 3 volumes in hardcover here, and I've never actually read the hardcover ones, so that might be a good option for me to like actually go ahead and read them physically instead of just being like, oh, I've read the webtoon, but I don't know. We'll see. Options, many options. So again, those are all of my options for this challenge. Please comment down below if there's any of these you think I desperately have to read, or if you have any thoughts or opinions on any of the books I listed. And thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.